Radiscaf, chairman of the World Championship of Dominoes. Fourth year,
Yes.
seems to be just growing and growing and growing. This year seems to be a greater international contingent.
Yes, we're particularly enchanted by that. We have a number of participants from all over, including some challenges from the Netherlands Antilles. We have two players here who don't have a single word of English.
Be that as it may, how does it work then when there's no coding, you've got to ask cards around the table, you've got your judges peering over the shoulders. How does it work? Because you've got a greater international contingent.
Right. The thing is, we have been in communication for a number of months and actually visited there. And it's understood that this tournament is conducted in English, and the very few words that one is allowed to use must be in English.
There are a number of international visitors from across the other islands, from even further afield. But how do they get here? Do they go through a qualifying tournament?
No, there's no real qualifying. We do a lot of promotional events just to impart and to inform. And in these promotional events, we give away prizes, and people are eligible for that.
So that's really just to hype up the main one?
Just to hype up the main one, but generally it's an open tournament, and the only requirement is to be able to come down with a partner, spend the time, and play some good dominoes.
Chris Stokes, VMBS, involved in track and field, football, many other physical sports.
Yes.
You've been with Dominoes since the start of the World Championships. Why?
Yes, well, this is our fourth year, you're right in saying that. And you trace a history of our involvement in sport in Jamaica, which stands for itself. But we decided to get involved in Dominoes from the beginning with Air Jamaica for one simple reason. Dominoes is one of those sports that unifies Jamaicans living abroad. And wherever 4 or 6 or so on Jamaicans get together, you will find a game of Dominoes. This market is very important to us. North America, United Kingdom, and a number of other places in the world. But in these metropolitan centers, we find that Jamaicans use the sport to bring themselves together. And where a group of Jamaicans start to get together, then Victoria Mutual wants to be a part of that to say, this is what we do, this is the value that we can deliver to you, even though you are living abroad at the moment. So we're actually using it as a vehicle to get into the involved with Jamaicans living abroad primarily.
Any activity that is of interest to our market, obviously we have interest in those activities. So whether it is Air Jamaica Domino tournament, Islands in the Park, or a health fair in the most remote part of Jamaica, Grace Kennedy Remittance Services Limited, through our brands Western Union, FX Trade and Bill Express, are very much interested in it. Whatever is of interest to our people is of interest to us.
Well, Mr. Croskill, we started with 182 member teams, got down to 64, went to 32, and now we're down to 16.
And Mr. Bill, we were saying that it's very tense at the start of this competition. But now it is even more so. Guess what? Male-dominated sport. Lots of men around. But there is one woman. She's gone further in this tournament than any other woman. She's from Barbados, and she's playing for keeps.
Well, here are some of the definitions of domino terms that we'll often use in our commentary. Hard end. Now, each suit from blank to 6 has 7 pieces. Now, when 6 of those pieces have already been played, the holder of the 7th, the last piece, is the only player who can play to that suit. That end is untouchable to any other player. Hence, a hard end, a major advantage to the holder.
Cut is another term for either a strategic play or a forced play, depending on the circumstances. Killed, to permanently exclude from the game. Card no longer playable.
Earl Johnson and Edwin Clark, both of St. Anne. Of course, Ocherias, where the tournament is staged, is in St. Anne, here in Jamaica. And both of the Bayesian players are from St. Michael. Some players, just saw the dexterity of the domino players in how they keep the dominoes between the fingers. Not everybody has that skill. Some players will put the dominoes in a shallow box and hold them that way. Fives have been cut already, and there we see that Suzette has cut it again. So double 5 in danger. And she's pretty confident that her partner doesn't have it.
Very important game here to take the first set. Hines and Goddard against Johnson and Clark.
Of course, you notice at this stage of the game there's a lot more reading going on. Now, Hines brought them level with her win to make it 5-5.
Earl Johnson just making the play there. His partner Clark takes
Coming close to the end of this game. And there's the winner. So Earl Johnson and Everett Clark take the first set. It was a close one.
6-5. Couldn't be much closer than that, could it? So we're down to the round of 16 here at the World Championship of Dominoes. They're going to win at least $2,500 US, this group. Of course, the big prize is $25,000 US. So still a lot to go here. So as we join Team 246, Walker Nelson against Team 112, Peterson and Thomas. It's now 4-2 in the second set. Now you remember, Walker Nelson won the first set 6-0. 5-4. This could be the last game for Garfield Peterson and Alvin Thomas.
Well, if it is, it started off with a double deuce. Peterson. They really are going quickly.
Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. One could be they have no other play but the one that they played. Two could be it's an obvious play.
Or 3, it could be they play like me and just match.
Well,
I don't think they would have gotten this far if that's what they were doing.
I doubt it.
It will slow down around about the middle of the game. 5-4. Now a little pause. Again, it's Nelson who takes a little time to read before delivering the 6. First one on the board. What's he looking for?
Now Peterson reads. First 3 on the board.
Question. Cards around the board comes from Paul Walker. Thomas almost relieved to get rid of the double 4. He played that one quickly. There's a discussion going on here. Judge is watching the argument. Nelson eases the 4S.
Now the judge is telling them, well, calm down, let's play some dominoes and cut the chatter. Tense game.
6 delivered again. Double 6 hasn't come on. Nelson put the first 6 on the board. What's gone there?
Well, it's gone to
It's all over.
Walker and Nelson. They won the second set 6-4, having won the first one 6-0. There is Hugh Nelson, very happy.